warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning to our beloved lecturers and fellow classmates. And before we start with our presentation, I would like please allow us to introduce ourselves first. My name is Mohamad Saifuldin bin Mohamad Sahari, 083859.
My name is Hani, Syuhada, 083765.
Now let's start with our presentation, entitled A Sociolinguistic Study on Goodall. Now, let me introduce all of you to Jane Goodall. She was born on 1936 in London, and however, her family can afford to send her to a university, and she attended secretarial school and become a secretariat and save money to go to Africa. And she met Dr. Lewis that changed her life completely. From that, Dr. Lewis see her potential and sent her to Gombe, Tanzania in 1960, and she attended University of Cambridge despite not having a degree to take PhD. Okay, now, you must be curious how a field scientist, become an activist. One day, she attended a conference at Chicago and see a very drastic and horrifying data on deforestation. She stated she attended as a scientist and go back as an activist. Now, let's explore our first framework, which is identity construction theory. Identity construction theory is sure that isn't a fixed. You cannot. Sorry. Explain that identity isn't a fixed trait, but you receive it from continuous interaction with people around you. To demonstrate, chimpanzees aren't just what you say, driven by their instincts. However, she related to human, and she said chimpanzee follow human structure too. The first one is to explain this. The first one is she said about the dominant leader of the chimpanzee. Their roles just not only use violence, they construct an identity as a leader through a display of strength and tactical alliance and political posture. Second one is a caring mother of the group, built through years of nurturing, teaching, and protective body language. The third one is cooperated group members, build social standing by knowing their place in the hierarchy and participating in group activities. Why does this trait matter to sociolinguistics? Because Goodall discovered successfully humanized this behavior by using the specific identity framework. Her language proved that social identity construction completely crossed the boundary between human and animal. Next, let's move on to the second framework, which is community of practice. Now, second framework is it's pioneered by Leif and Menger. It is defined as a group of individuals who share a passion from something they do and they learn from as they interact regularly every day. Our study argued that chimpanzee troop function precisely as a non-human community of practice. They develop shared practice through activity participation and interaction and categorize these into distinct behavior and properties. The first one is grooming. This is ultimate non-verbal tool for mutual engagement. It's a calculated sequential social ritual used to calm tension, form political alliance, and express affection. It's their way of saying we belong to the same community. The second one is cooperation. When they hunt together or defend territory, chimpanzees rely on construction certainty. They require mutual understanding. And the last one is a tool used by land. Goodall famously discovered chimpanzees stripping leaves off twigs to fish for termites. The tool making is culture practice passed down from generation to generation through observational learning. By analyzing the troops' way, Goodall research show as the communication is fundamentally built upon this special practice. To summarize, we have established the history and objective and truth framework. But how does this theory translate into hack data? Now, I would like to pass the mic to the next presenter.
Next, I will explain the data analysis and conclusion of our study. First, let's look at the social factors metric. This table compares communication among chimpanzees and humans. Chimpanzees mainly use non-verbal gesture, grooming or body posture, and social hierarchy to interact with one another. In contrast, humans use spoken persuasive language, inclusive pronouns, and environmental activism to communicate ideas and influence others. Next, under sociolinguistic elements, we identify three important elements. The first is social interactions, which help build solidarity and strengthen relationship. The second is non-verbal communication, which express emotion through gesture, facial expression, and so on. The third is inclusive language, where words such as we and our create a sense of unity and shared responsibility. So for ESG, Goodall used language as a tool to spread environmental awareness, and she highlights the importance of protecting chimpanzees and natural habitats. In conclusion, Goodall's language promotes conservation, sustainability, and collective environmental actions. Her communication shows how language can inspire positive social and environmental change.
I believe that's all from us. Thank you.